Hi students, this is your Shiva and you are watching Shiva's Maths Library. In this video, we are going to solve the end of chapter exercise of chapter 1, the use of coordinates. So in this problem, what we are going to see here is question number 1 of our exercise, which is what are the x coordinate and y coordinate of the point of intersection of the two axes. Basically, in the introduction of this chapter, we have learned that Cartesian plane is made up of two perpendicular straight lines. Okay, so Cartesian plane is the basics for this question. So Cartesian plane made up of horizontal line and a vertical line and a vertical line. This horizontal line will be considered as x-axis and the vertical line will be considered as the y-axis. Here we have x-axis and y-axis which are intersected at only one point. So based on this point, we are going to decide plus values on either side of y-axis and plus or minus value on either side of x-axis. Here the point of intersection is going to be assumed as 0 comma 0, where your x coordinate and y coordinate both are zeros here. So the question is, what are the x coordinate and y coordinate at the point of intersection of the two axes? So this is our two axes, x axis and y axis, and the point of intersection will be assumed as origin O, which has the x coordinate and y coordinate as 0 comma 0. So x coordinate is 0 and y coordinate is also 0. And in our second question, the point W was x coordinate equal to -5. Can you predict the coordinates of the point H, which is on the line through W parallel to y axis? Which quadrant can H lies in? See, basically it's like the point W which has a x coordinate equal to -5. So whatever in the Cartesian plane, all the points must be of the form x comma y, where x means x coordinate, y means y coordinate. So based on this x comma y value, we can able to plot it on the corresponding quadrant. Okay, so in this question they are saying that there is a point W which has an x coordinate value equals to -5. Yes, this is our x axis. When the x coordinate value is -5, we can able to plot our x value here as -5. So the point W is -5 comma, since y coordinate is not given in the question, this y value can be anything, because the point -5 is located here, but the y value can be either 0 or 1 or 2 3 4 or -1 -2 -3 -4. It can be anything. Since y value is not fixed, the point W can anywhere lies above this point or below this point. Okay, now the question is, can you predict the coordinates of the point H which is on the line through W parallel to y axis? Okay, actually we saw that the point W is located somewhere here or here. Now they are saying that point H also has the coordinate which is on the line through W. So they are saying that H is located in the line which is passing through the point W, and it is parallel to y axis. Since this is our y axis, this is the line which is passing through W, and also this is parallel to y axis. Okay, so now the question is, can you able to find the point H? That is our question. Now we can plot the point H anywhere on this line. The point H can be anywhere here or here. So we can't able to predict the exact coordinate of the point H because the y coordinate is not given. Since they mentioned that it is parallel to y axis and passing through the line W, we can say that yes, H also has the same x value of -5, but y value is still unknown for H. So it can be either in the second quadrant or in the third quadrant. So we can't able to predict the coordinates of the point H, and which quadrant it lies means either it can lies in the second quadrant or in the third quadrant, but we can't able to fix the particular quadrant. So the question is, no, we can't find the coordinates of the point H, and H may lie either in second quadrant or in the third quadrant. Let's move on to the next problem. This is a very important question. Consider the point R 3, 0, A 0, minus 2, M minus 5, minus 2, and P minus 5, 2. If if they are joined in the same order, okay, in the same order means we have to start from R, A, M, P. Predict two sides of the ramp that are perpendicular to each other, one side of the ramp which is parallel to one of the axes, and 2 points that are mirror image of each other in one axis. Which axis will this be? Let's start with the points first. Okay, first we'll plot on the points on the Cartesian plane. So first point is R 3, 0. So it's going to be 3, 0. X axis, x coordinate should be 3 and y coordinate is 0. So this is our R point, which is 3, 0. Next, second point is A 0, minus 2. Here x coordinate is 0, y coordinate is minus 2. So x coordinate is 0, y coordinate is minus 2, located below x axis. Hence this is our point A, and this is our point R. So A point is 0, minus 2. Third point is minus 5, minus 2. X coordinate is minus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is x coordinate minus 5, and y coordinate is minus 2. So we have to plot our point here, which is our point M, that is minus 5, minus 2. And finally point P, which is minus 5, plus 2. Same, x coordinate value is minus 5 here, y coordinate value plus 2 is located top of y axis. So this is going to be the point P, which is minus 5, 2. Now they ask us to join all the points in the same order, that is RAMP, ramp. So RA and MP, M and M to P, then P to R. So this is how we are supposed to join the points. Now we'll come to our question. The first question is, find the two sides of the ramp that are perpendicular to each other. Okay, so look at these sides. This ramp is actually a quadrilateral. Since it has four sides, we can say that this is a quadrilateral. In this quadrilateral, we are having RA as the first side, AM as the second side, MP as the third side, and PR is the fourth side. Out of this four side, we can able to identify that this MP line is perpendicular to AM line. Okay, see, look at this side, AM. AM is actually, it's parallel to x axis, and the line MP is parallel to y axis. Since two axes are perpendicular to each other, the lines which are parallel to them also perpendicular to each other. So for the first question, our answer should be the side AM is perpendicular to the side MP. This is our first question, answer for the first one. And in the second one side of the ramp is parallel to one of the axes. Look at here, these are our axes, these are y axis and these are x axis. Since we are having four side, okay, four side, that is RA, AM, MP and PR. So first side is RA, which is neither parallel to x-axis nor parallel to y-axis. So this is not possible. Next side, AM. Since this AM side is somehow parallel to x-axis, see, we can able to see that AM is moving like this in the same way of x-axis. So AM must be parallel to x-axis. So the side AM is parallel to x-axis. AM is parallel to x-axis. Since in the question they ask us to find only one side which is parallel to one of the axes, we can finish it up with this. But there is another side called MP which is parallel to y-axis. So we can say that side MP is also parallel to y-axis. Suppose if the question is find the two sides of the ramp which are parallel to one of the axes, means you can say that AM is parallel to x-axis, MP is parallel to y-axis. Since it's about only one side, you can write either the first one or the second one. It's based on our decision. Okay. And finally, third case, two points that are mirror images of each other in one axis. Which axis will this be? First of all, what is the meaning of a mirror image? Basically, when we are trying to plot a point on the Cartesian plane, somewhere here, suppose if I am plotting a point here, like this is my x comma y, okay, and the point is assumed to be A. I can able to find the mirror image corresponds to both the axes. Mirror image means nothing but if you are placing a mirror in either of your axes. Suppose if I am placing a mirror on my x-axis, we can able to see the reflected image of this A on this opposite side, right? See, I am keeping a mirror here. So this is my mirror. X-axis is my mirror. So we can able to see the object on the opposite side of the mirror exactly at the same distance. Here suppose if I am fixing the point A as x coordinate 1 and y coordinate 3, this is 1 comma 3. So the mirror image of this point A will be at the same distance of 3 units on the opposite side, where it is minus 3. So A dash may be the point of image of the reflected one, which is nothing but 1 comma minus 3 with the same 1 on the x-axis. Instead of 3 on the y-axis, it got reflected to the opposite side where the y coordinate is minus 3. So similarly, if I am placing a mirror on the y-axis, y-axis is a mirror. Okay, so here what will happen is the mirror image will be on the opposite side of y-axis. Since here the point is 1 comma 3, it will move to the same distance of 1 unit on the left hand side of y-axis, where the point is assumed to be minus 1 comma 3. This is a dash here. Okay, so this is the concept of mirror image. Now based on the concept of mirror image, we need to find the 2 points whose images are located on either side of the axis. See, look at the point R. Since it is located on the x-axis, we need to find the point which is exactly on the x-axis, but there is no point on the x-axis, so R won't be the possibility. Next, A. Similar case, A is located on y-axis, so the mirror image should be on the y-axis, but there is no point on the y-axis. So no possibility for R, no possibility for A. Next, the third point, M. Yes, M is located at the point minus 5 comma 2. Either it can have a reflected image on the right hand side or at the top side. There is no point on the right hand side, but we have a point on the top which is exactly at the equal distance. See, this is the point minus 5 comma 2 where the distance is 2 unit below x-axis. Similarly, 2 units above x-axis, we have another point called P whose coordinate is minus 5 comma 2. See here, there is a change along y-axis, right? So y coordinate got changed from minus 2 to plus 2. That's all. Hence, for the third question, the 2 points are nothing but the point M, which is minus 5 comma minus 2, and the point P, which is minus 5 comma 2, are the mirror image of each other. Mirror images of each other. in x-axis. That the point is very important. This is in x-axis. See, by keeping x-axis as a mirror, this point M got reflected on the opposite side as a point P. Next question is, which axis will this be? Correct, the point is located on the x-axis, right? Here they are saying that it is one axis, but here itself we mentioned that it is on in x-axis. So again they are asking the same question, in which axis this is happening? Yes, this is happened in the x-axis. This happened in the x-axis. That's all for this problem. So we'll see the solution of next set of question in the next video. Thank you, students.